Welcome to Okta Release Highlights, June edition. We will cover generally available new features, GA enhancements, and early access new features. Let's get started. Here are some of the new features released this month. Sign-in widget, version 6.4.0. This release supports IE 11 and other older browsers. Please review the sign-in widget release notes and guides for details. Hyperdrive agent, version 1.2.0. When using the Epic Hyperdrive platform, Okta for MFA provides more security for electronic prescribing for controlled substances, EPCS, clinician flows. This plugin is compatible with both Classic Engine and Identity Engine orgs. Note, EPCS clinician flows for customers still using the deprecated Epic Hyperspace platform aren't supported on Identity Engine. Please read MFA for electronic prescribing for controlled substances, Hyperdrive and Okta Hyperdrive agent version history. Okta LDAP agent, version 5.13.0. This version contains an upgraded version of Amazon Corretto security fixes, improved handling of exception in Polar thread. This agent will be gradually made available to all orgs. JIRA Authenticator Toolkit, version 3.1.9 for JIRA 8.22.2. This authenticator works with JIRA S Verizon 7.0 and higher. Please review the version history for details. We are excited about the new Directory Information Tree, DIT, feature. Admins can now select the groups they want to expose in the LDAP interface to simplify access control decisions for their orgs. In addition to Okta groups, admins now view the application groups that are significant to their orgs, including Active Directory AD and LDAP groups. See Expose App Groups in the LDAP Interface Directory Information Tree. Moving on to GA enhancements. Continuous improvements to telephony rate limit violations. Voice and SMS send events now issued with a deny system log message when SMS or voice messages are blocked due to telephony operational rate limit violations. Note, the system operation rate limit violation event is still fired, but will be deprecated in the 2022.08.0 release. See system log. Enhancements to the base OIDC IdP connector. The generic OpenID Connect Identity Provider connector now offers PKCE as an additional verification mechanism. You can also define a regular expression to match Okta usernames when authenticating through this connector. The OIN Manager user interface now includes the following updates. The App Categories field has been renamed to use cases to be consistent with the OIN catalog. Single sign-on is the default use case. New JWT claim enhancements. For custom JSON Web Token claims, the name portion now supports the URI format, including the slash and colon characters. Any name containing a colon character must be a URI. Check out the new option, the inline hook type. This is now included in the debug data for a system log debug context event. More features to help admins. When a superadmin creates a custom admin role with a duplicate role name, the following error message now appears. There is already an admin role with this name. Improved text for resource set constraints. On the Create New Resource Set and Edit Resource Set pages, the Constraint to All checkbox labels now include the selected resource type. See example. Constraint to All groups. Please review the work with the resource set component for details. Enhancements were made to the multi-factor authentication items on the Okta Sign-On Policy Add Rule modal to improve user experience. See Configure an Okta Sign-On Policy. Customers can opt for empty mandatory fields. Okta now fails provisioning jobs when it receives an empty or null value in mandatory fields during SCIM integration. Customers can revert to the previous behavior by contacting Okta support. System log enhancements for token exchange flow. See the option under Debug Data. A response time field has been added to the system log to track the performance of the token exchange flow. Group limit removed for authorization code, grant type flows. The 100 group limit for the token endpoint is removed for the authorization code, and authorization code with PKCE, grant type flows. Early access features. Early access for API, for suppressing email notifications. This API allows you to change who receives email notifications for each individual email template. You can suppress them completely, or send them to admins only. You can also test scenarios which warrant using production user directories, and prevents end users from getting test emails. Another cool feature is, it also allows extensibility for customers who would like to use a third-party email sender through hooks, or workflows. See Email Template Settings. Run delegated flows from the admin console. Admins can now be assigned the ability to run Okta workflows directly from the admin console. Flows that are delegated to an admin appear on the Delegated Flows page, where they can be invoked without signing into the Workflows console. This gives super admins more granular control over their admin assignments. See Delegated Flows. Dynamic Routing Rules. Org admins can now consolidate multiple IDP routing rules into a single dynamic routing rule. Dynamic routing rules use expression language to match users to any IDP, based on attributes of their login object. This reduces the volume and complexity of routing rules and the manual effort of managing them. See Configure Dynamic Routing Rules. Another early access feature, validation and verification, of signed SAML requests. Okta only accepts SAML requests signed using the certificate associated with the app integration. This resolves scenarios where the assertion consumer service URL requested after authentication can be one of several domains or URLs. When a service provider sends a signed authentication request, Okta can accept dynamic ACS values as part of the SAML request and posts the SAML assertion response to the ACS value specified in the request. See the Advanced Settings section of Create SAML App Integrations using AIW. OIDC Identity Providers Private/Public Key Pair Support. Previously, Okta only supported the use of client secret as the client authentication method with an OpenID Connect-based identity provider. Okta now supports the use of private/public key pairs with OpenID Connect-based identity providers. Additionally, the signed request object now also supports the use of private/public key pairs. See Create an Identity Provider in Okta. Thank you for viewing the June Okta release highlights. For details, please visit the Okta release notes and product notes online.